enemy team would be the Chinese Taipei.
That's right, guys. Very strong opponents right there. Of course, we have seen firsthand the way that Clutch Guild has swept the Arena of Valor scene here in the Philippines locally, and of course, strong showing overall for both teams.
That's right. There was really an intense game into the Arena of Valor Season 2 World Cup, Valor Cup. And I was really amazed because they had this new hero picks that we didn't even expect to have them as their team picks, because usually we'd see that Superman or a not so good Kali pick, a situational pick right there, but they managed to do it pretty good.
That's right. Of course, these teams, Clutch Guild is one of those teams that has been super dominant again in the Philippines, but they have also been very not afraid of experimenting at all. They have like the strengths of keeping together. They have the ability to end games super fast before enemy teams have a chance to react. And let's see if they can emulate that here again in this game, where we will be showing off a best of 3 between the Chinese Taipei. Of course, Chinese Taipei, strong team as well. They are the teams that have more experience playing with up-to-date servers. It's going to be a bit more of an uphill climb here for Clutch Guild, who was, of course, going to be playing off in this game in the server patch quite recently. They just arrived, and of course, they have been playing for a few weeks already. Let's see if they can make the best of it, and it's going to be fun to watch this. I mean, these are two Titan teams that are like very much favorites to win the World Cup itself. So it's gonna be, this is one of those showcase matches where we will see who is more dominant. Again, no bearing at all for the meantime in terms of Arena Valor again, this is a boot camp, so this is a playing field, a testing grounds for teams to go and show their skills and to try off newer heroes.
That's right, and the mere fact that our very own server has a little bit of delay when it comes to the hero pools that we have right now, I'm really excited to see how are they going to cope up with this kind of handicap we have right here. And also, I'm also very excited to see new it's either experimental plays, or I think they're going on to the meta of this kind of server plays.
And these are things that we will see later on as well. Just waiting here for the draft. And so far, we have seen just a review of what we also saw earlier. Thailand faced off against the Korean team and won off 2-0. Can you believe that? I mean, Korea overall, in a majority of esports, they have proven as well to be super strong in different esports like League of Legends, StarCraft. Say what they all dominated. And I think right now, the showing that they are showing, I mean, other regions, they have an opportunity here to shine.
That's right, and you didn't really expect. I mean, the first game a while ago, it was a very snowball effect. Like, some people even thought that Korea is going to win, since, as you mentioned, they recognize when it comes to esports. But now on that second game a while ago, man, I mean, the mere fact that Korea was able to had that first good early to mid game, but in the end, with that kind of hook that you just mentioned a while ago, it was their downfall. That there was a very epic comeback coming from the Thailand right there.
Yeah, it just goes to show mobile esports definitely a different story when it comes to these.
Thank you.
Straight from the words of CG Black there, magaling sila, meaning they recognize that their enemy is definitely super strong.
Yes, and the mere fact that he also stated what we've just been talking about a while ago, that the version of our server isn't really that advanced as to theirs, so they're kind of have this kind of tricky situation back here. But seeing the strength that the Clutch Guild had, I'm really excited on how they practiced it or how they mastered it with just a very short time.
I will not be super surprised if Clutch Guild just goes for a full new composition. Of course, it's going to be a bit more reliant on how fast they can take games. I mean, that is their strength, and that's something that we have already seen earlier as well.
Meanwhile, we're going to the drafting phase right here. We can see that the Chinese Taipei is going to ban a Max and a Teamy. In response, Clutch Guild will be banning the Superman right here.
Yeah, I think Taipei already kind of realizes that they might go for the new ones. I think they would know that the Philippine team would have practiced already with these newer heroes, and they will try to focus on that. And I think Taipei very strong on the draft right off the bat. Of course, Arum is going to be something that even the newer servers aren't really super familiar with, and they will start batting that off as well, which is again super smart as well for the Philippine team.
That's right. And even despite the handicap, I think the Taipei right here isn't gonna go easy on them, since they know that Clutch Guild here has something against their trump card right here. And we can see that they have banned the Flash, and for the blue team here, we have seen we banned the Assassin of Omen.
Yeah.
And in response to the pick, we have Lubu as the first pick. Okay, it's locked in right now.
There you go. I think both teams kind of recognize that, we already saw earlier, the Flash, even though it was super behind on game 2, it was still monumental. It made a huge difference in game 1. And of course, coming into game 2, at the end of that fight, the Flash, even though it was behind, still made a big difference. Again, that ban is definitely justified. Senyo was supposed to be banned for Ben. Instead, gets picked up, and I kind of, speaking firsthand from experience, Ben, once he gets his hands on that Senyo, it's going to be a bad time for the enemy team. So I'm a bit surprised that Taiwan did not kind of ban that out. So a bit surprised there for Chinese Taipei.
Maybe they have a good kind of picky situation in their hands, but you can see here on the PH, they're going for a Mallow, meaning that they're going to have a global kind of respo and initiatives right here in case that they are going to be in need of help. And we can see here that they have picked a marksman, which is Violet, and Ormar right here, which is kind of a good and well-rounded team composition as well.
I like this. I mean, Clutch Guild PH, the team PH, definitely going back to their roots, not going for anything new since apparently they were already banned out. They went for their solid, known, tried and tested hero picks right there. With Violet, of course, going to be going off for LYL for sure. I've seen it firsthand how strongly he values that. Of course, on the other side, though, they're mixing and matching it up. Benny locks in the Lindis, which is, again, both games as well. Lindis super strong, but because of the crit build that we have seen, not surprised at all by that pickup. Wonder Woman is a great hover, would be a great pick as well for this Taipei team.
That's right, and if you noticed from the past 2 games a while ago, Lindis here, once it's fed, it's not gonna be a good job for the other side of the team. Right here, they're kind of like having a picking, whether it's gonna be a mage or Wonder Woman, or we're not gonna be so sure, but it's, if you're going to notice the team composition of Taipei right here, they're not gonna go for the new ones as well, because I think it's gonna be both in respects to the PH team.
Yeah, I mean, Liliana is already locked in. I'm pretty sure. I know you've been looking forward to this personally. Liliana, again, we've seen Liliana pop off in last game as well. It was pretty much saving grace for the Korean squad for a lot of that. Again, dual marksman pickup here for the Philippines. I mean, this is not something you see every day in Arena of Valor, much less in the international scene, where marksmen are pretty much not given priority. They picked 2 of them on the Philippines side. This should come for a very good game 1.
Very, very well said. I mean, this is the attitude that Clutch Guild has. The mere fact that they're going for risky and experimentational picks, they're not really afraid. They're quite confident about this, and I'm really excited on how this is going to go.
I mean, again, this is going to be game 1. Chinese Taipei versus Team Philippines. Again, this is a team that we have seen. I mean, no bias at all. I mean, we have seen them play day in and day out. Valor Cup, different, Valor Series. Valor Cup Season 1, Season 2. They have shown up already in different competitions as well outside of the main AOV scene, AOV tournaments. But still, man, Chinese Taipei, they still know that Chinese Taipei is a strong candidate. They're still not resting on their laurels. I think that's a good attitude to have. I really want to see as well what Chinese Taipei has to offer. I mean, we have very limited resources on how we can view their games. Again, this is going to be one of those opportunities for us to find that out for ourselves.
That's right. This is going to be a never-before-seen event. I mean, with regards to the reputation that Clutch Guild already has into our very own server, the fact that they know what they're up against, it's not something to be jokingly about. I mean, it's going to be like they're going to take this seriously, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to go down without a fight right here.
That's right, and both teams looking really intense on their player cams, just waiting for the game to load up. Again, I really like the composition of Clutch Guild. I mean, they're trying, let's call them Team Philippines for the meantime again. Team Philippines, they have a solid plan. I think even though a lot of international viewers might be looking and saying, what are these guys doing? That's just way too squishy of a composition. Will they survive? Once, of course, we have a Liliana on the Taipei team. It's going to be a bit more difficult for them to survive. Can they do it? But I think Clutch Guild I just said we called them Team Philippines, and I called them Clutch Guild right off that. Can you believe that? So right there, again, what I was saying, this just shows the amount of confidence that they have, right? They recognize it. They recognize, they were last pick, right? So they saw the lineup that Taipei had to offer already before locking in that last AD carry pick. Just goes to show their confidence, and I really can't wait for them to show that up.
That's right, and we're gonna have this game start right now. We will see what kind of the both teams has to offer right here. So far, we're not gonna see any clumping up together, or maybe they are, because we can see right here that the PH is into the mid lane trying to engage very early, hoping for a very good opening.
Yeah, classic PH strats. Use up all your punishes, get onto the golem of the enemy team. And I think TPE kind of read them like a book, although they do have more of a man advantage. TPE going for a mirror invade on the other side of the map with just 2 members. Gonna do a lot, pretty much the same effect, right?
That's right, but so far nothing is really happening right now, and we can see here that PH is not giving up yet onto the clumping and to the early engagement, but we can see Alice here trying to stun them, but we can see that there's not much happening just yet.
That's right, of course, TPE has a better foothold right now. They do catch up Black on that Violet, going first blood. This is going to be a bit of a bad situation here, catching the squishies off guard.
This is kind of like a disadvantage for Team PH because other than they have squishy kind of team compositions, the mere fact that they're in a tight situation on the jungle right here, it's like a kind of proof that they shouldn't be separated together.
Exactly. I mean, the power that they will have is going to rely a lot on, making sure that they survive. They don't need to make up a lot of kills. They just need to survive.
That's right. And also, it's not just about the predictability on how they're going to engage with their initiatives, like with their stuns. It's also about how the perfect timing that they're going to put it and how they're going to have a good set for this.
So again, the MSP representatives are going to be holding up and they're going to have a bad time. Right now, they're 1.3k behind, which is going to be contrary to their win condition, which they need to be the team that is ahead in goal before they can be effective. And right now, that Tulin going to give some sort of, again, poke to MSP reps, and they are going to start off circling on the Abyssal Dragon. This is going to be a bad showing for them if they lose this.
That's right, and the mere fact that it was disengaged and not really that, because since it was contested, but the Team MSP has to find a way for a good opening, not just a good opening, but a good set for them to have this kind of advantage that can really help them catch up to what they're missing right now.
Yeah, they need to catch up in gold. Plus, they should not die. I think the mid lane is going to be a bit of a hard point for them to take. Oh, sneaky here for MSP. Going for the Abyssal Dragon with no response here for Chinese Taipei. This is very interesting. I mean, I'm not sure why Chinese Taipei kind of left that off. They're just waiting in the mid lane for something to pick off. Very smart and very strategic play there.
That's right. And the mere fact that MSP a while ago, if you notice, they were already clumping up together during the early minutes of the game, which made the team at Taipei would think that, oh, there might be in the brush, so let's go and wait for something to happen. But we just saw a while ago that they already took the Abyssal Dragon uncontested, and we can see right here in the bottom lane they're kind of giving a bit of the pressure, but so far the Team MSP manages to survive it.
I think basically that's the name of the game for MSP, right? Just survivability. There is a lot of danger here on the side there. LYL gonna be very close to death there. It's a good thing everything else was on cooldown for TPE, or else that would have been a sure dead Joker. But now they are going to start pushing off the advantage on the top lane. Ben, then before it's gone, very, very low HP. Forces the ultimate out, Senyo. He makes it out. Right now, MSC though is going to be the next target. MC does go down. Even though it was under tower, that's going to be more advantages for Chinese Taipei. One tower down. Is this going to be a dead Joker? Forces the flicker out. They will try to survive it, but they do lose towers for it as well.
That's right, and if you could see that the engagement a while ago right there was really intense. I mean, they're already into the towers, not hesitating to actually tower dive them back there.
Yeah, that kind of goes to show already how far ahead Chinese Taipei is in this fight. It's going to be a bit of an uphill climb here right now. They might leave that for the main show, the main event. Let's see if that's going to come up. But right now, the Flash, again, very sensible ban here for the MSB reps. They still have a lot to learn for the Flash. I think the Flash is one of those heroes that has a really steep learning curve, wherein you need to learn when you need to come in, go into the enemy composition, do your damage, use the ultimate, and go out. I think it's not as simple as it sounds. You need to know when and where. I think the Flash is one of those heroes that you really need to research further before using.
That's right, and on the response to Team TPE, we have the Max right here. The mere fact that his ult is already global, that allows you to go from actually base to base. It depends on where the team fight is going to be held. It's also going to be pretty tricky on the side of Team MSP. So the first pick we have right here for Team MSP is going to be a Teamy. I think they're going to go for an initiator right here. But in response, my golly, this is a very similar type of composition, if you ask me, because Alubu Malak, very good. If especially for skirmish fights, and even though it's not that big or a big clash of teammates, they can still manage to have that long survivability in time for their allies to respond.
Yeah, you saw the Lubu was already super strong in sustaining earlier because of the snowball that they created. I mean, it's going to be a big question. Can TPE create the snowball again? And if they do, this Lubu will be super effective. On the other side, though, Tulin, Wonder Woman being locked down, three newer heroes being locked in by the Philippine reps. This should be very fun.
That's right. The mere fact that Team MSP uses a Wonder Woman, which is not really released on our server just yet, but the mere fact that they have the shortest time to actually practice these new heroes, I really am looking forward to how are they going to have that kind of performance on the Wonder Woman. Meanwhile, on the response for Team TPE, we see an Omen, my golly, and another Liliana once again. I'm kind of a bit of terrified onto this Team TPE composition because this is pretty scary. The mere fact the assassinate ability of Omen and the mere fact that Liliana has this 6 types of skills that can actually have a variety of team strategies or team play. It's quite a bit of, dangerous right here. But on the response of Team MSP, we have a Lindis and an Arden.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why this Omen is banned out so heavily throughout this tournament. I think so far this is going to be the first time that he is left out of the banning phase. If you pair an Omen with a Liliana, you can actually take a lot of the attention from your enemies. I mean, if this Omen stacks up first, I mean, that's going to be a bad time for PH. It's going to be a big question of, can they keep the Omen in check? And can they get to the back line and demolish the damage sources for TPE? On the other side, though, they start the very weird Arduin pick. Not sure why. I mean, I know they want to go for tanks. I mean, this is basically triple tank with Teamy, Wonder Woman, and Arduin. But, I mean, your damage sources are basically double AD carry as well with Tulin and Lindis. They are sticking to their guns, MSP reps.
That's right. They're really confident on this one, but on the other side of the team, an Ormar and an Ormar and a Malak. This is very, I can say I'm having the chills right here, but you know, in this composition of Team MSP, we've kind of seen the others like Arduin right here. That they would have the initiating potential right here. But if they manage to pull that off, I think this is going to be a good game.
Yeah, I mean, super strong composition here for TPE. Again, this is basically almost a replay of what we saw earlier. They will try to rely on the Liliana engagements as much as they can. Plus, they will start building up the Lubu as well. So, I mean, PH, they better have something new up their sleeves. And they did pick up newer heroes, a different set, but basically the same essence as of the last game. Can they make it work? That's going to be a the big question as we go into Game 2 of this best of 3. 1-0 so far in favor of Chinese Taipei. Can the MSP reps even it out, or will Chinese Taipei go home today with a 2-0? Let's find out as we load into the Terrace battlefield.
That's right, this is gonna be an intense game because I myself, excuse me, am a bit of frightened for both side of the team because as the team MSP has this initiating ability, on the other hand here on Team TPE, they have this good kind of damage that can actually also have a good poking ability.
That's right, again, they will have to, the goal here of Team Philippines is to get those 80 carries ramping up as fast as possible. They kind of stopped going for the clashy invades and instead go for a more safer jungle clear on each side. Team Philippines did finish up quite faster on that regard because they do have an Ormar, they do have Lindis, but right now LYL going to be forced to flicker out as he encounters 4 members for TPE. And of course, that's going to be a bit more of a jungle invade. Will PH go for the engagements? Black going to be the first one in. Teamy with a Pooty Poots does a bit of CC, but not that much damage. And the backline, Muachi goes down for first blood by Benny. It's looking like Black going to be the next target. Oh, a clean 3-0 here for Chinese Taipei. Very strong showing here for those reps.
That's right, and the mere fact that Team TPE is already aware of who are they going to target first, and unfortunately the Lindis was a bit of away from their teammates, hoping to have that backdoor kind of technique, but unfortunately they already predicted it and was the first one to be slain.
Yeah, for a second there I thought TPE was actually going to win, but right now in the bottom lane, Ben is getting pushed back into a very bad position by 2 tanky members of TPE. They will be saved by Black, but will they result to anything else? Muachi trying to go for the chase, but again, that's still a level 3 Lindis, and he does not have that much items yet. It is going to be a big question of can he survive, and can he do enough damage to push him back?
That's right, and the mere fact we are seeing a new face of Team TPE who are being so aggressive into the early minutes of the game, this is not really looking for good for Team MSP because we're seeing right here that they're already confidently taking their Might Golem, but we can see here that they're trying to respond as quick as they can. Will they be able to do it? I'm not really sure.
Right now, PH is trying to go for the chase. Can they do anything right now? I think they did take down the Malak really easily. Can they take anything else right now? Muachi very, very low. I don't think he's going to get anything else for that regard.
That's right. And also, we can see here that no one was able to engage onto that Abyssal Dragon right here. So, so much for the objectives right there.
That would have been a great Abyssal Dragon take if they had enough HP on Muachi and this Lindis. I mean, it's a great fact that they got away with a kill, right? The gold lead not too much, even though they got pushed back so often. They are still steady on the goal lead, but right now, I think the MSP rep, they are going to play a bit more confidently into the jungle. They're now pushing out into the river. This could be something good for the MSP reps.
That's right, but if you've noticed a while ago for Team TPE, they're trying their best to actually feed this kind of Lubu by taking their side of the jungle, while they're trying to push away their Team MSP here so that they can have more advantage on the itemization.
Yeah, right now though, the Philippine team has something in mind. They're trying to go up into a short engage. They do catch Benny on that Ormar. Is going to force up a dash away, but while that was happening, Abyssal Dragon taken very fast, as well as Ben. They took Abyssal Dragon and Ben. Oh my god, that is a very strong power play there by TPE.
That's right. Unfortunately, Team TPE kind of know or aware that Team MSP was already on the top lane. They took advantage of that by taking the Abyssal uncontested. And we can see here, they're trying to engage onto Team MSP right here, hoping that they could get a kill. I don't think so.
Yeah, Star gonna do a lot of poking as well to push them back while all this was happening. The split push god. Neil on this Lubu, making waves around the entire battlefield. He makes sure that, you know, every play that the Philippine team makes is answered right away. And of course, Ben is a Wonder Woman. There's not much you can do if you're alone. Right now, TPE, they kind of recognize they do have power. They start pushing up on the jungle.
That's right. And also, we can see here that they're already taking advantage of everything that they can have right here. While they see the Team MSP is on the other side of the jungle, they can already have this objective kind of.
Yeah, hold that spot. Nice catch there by Ben. Lasso of Truth under the tower. Even though you're a Malok, if you're under tower, you are not going to last for long. 5 minutes. On the top lane, though, answered quite easily by uzon. Oh dear, they're fattening up this Omen, and that's not looking like a good omen. Sorry about that. Alright, it's not looking like a good sign here for the Philippine team at all. Again,
I completely get what you mean by this is not a good omen.
Yeah,
I understand that wholeheartedly, but this is not looking
guys.
good for Team MSP because they're already in the disadvantageous stage because slowly but surely Team TPE right here is taking full control of the map. But we can also see here that Team MSP is not yet gonna go down without a fight. They're already trying their best to clump up together, hoping for that good opening.
That's right, 3K goalie, but still right now they're under tower. They're fighting in between towers. While all this happening, Neil tries to engage. Oh, the triple sweep onto 2 members. Teamy does resurrect, but will he last for long? I do not think so. Ultimate by Star eliminates the competition quite easily. LYL trying to make something happen, but will not make any results for that effort. Right now, Philippine team pushing back under tower. They're still losing up quite a lot, even though, you know, they are in the advantageous position. Blue team tower loses on the top lane, and TPE still forces a fight. Ben is taken low by Neil. The MSP is falling one by one. Neil life steals all the damage away, and now this is the PH team against the Rogues.
That's right. Star, knowing the ability of their teammates to actually engage and initiate, takes the kill for free hits without Team TSP being on a little pinch right there. They're not already wasting their time. They're already pushing the towers to and fro.
Right now, because of that, again, TPE, a surge of income. I was just saying, they were 3K ahead. Right now, they just almost doubled that, more than doubled that. They're now 6.5K ahead. That just in the blink of an eye, you know, in the span of 1 minute. TPE already took so much gold in their pockets. Now they can take more. It just makes you wonder, is this the TPE that will be trying for the World Cup? Is this already their final board? Because I think it's not yet right quite there.
The mere fact that there are some new heroes that were banned a while ago makes me think also, and agree with you, that this isn't the true form of Team Taipei. On the other hand, right here, this is a very good chance for Team TPE to actually get the Dark Slayer right here, but so far they're not engaging it yet. I think they're going for another engagement right here as they target Teamy right here, hoping to get a kill right here, going for the poking abilities. I'm not so sure about that.
That's right. I think Lubu was the major bait there. I think the reason why they didn't try to go for the Dark Slayer there was they were trying to ambush and wait for the Philippine response to the Dark Slayer buff. I think Neil is quite capable of soloing the Dark Slayer. The swag show off here by TPE with the strength of that Lubu already. Wow, oh man, uzon gonna try to bait out multiple members of the PhD, but do they realize Dark Slayer was already taken for the Taipei squad?
And uncontested. I think that Team TPE here has a very good trust in their teammate by having that Dark Slayer a bit of a solo. But they saw that he needed a little bit of help, so a bit of a poking right there on the Dark Slayer. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're seeing Team TPE right here pushing the high tier tower of Team MSP.
And just like game 1, once they got that Dark Slayer buff, it was the ticket. The only one they were waiting for After which they are now pushing up to the core. They are now engaging multiple members. Ben is in the middle of it. He's trying to shield up as much as he can, but everyone else is just way too squishy to survive. And now this is going to be TPE going on a rampage. They are taking everything they want against the Philippines base, and now slowly but surely they're crawling towards the advance into the core. They take game 2 for their own. TPE close it out with a 2-0.
That's right. Once again, a snowball effect of the game. Indeed, very clean and like I said a while ago, it was a very terrifying type of team composition right there.
Exactly. And I was super scared of what TPE has to offer already before I came into this game. But now I can see firsthand the reason why their reputation kind of precedes them. They're really powerful, and they know how to make really big power plays around the map. Like, if you let up, if you lower your guard for like even just a split second, they know where to press and make it hurt.
That's right, and the ability of Team TPE to actually get a good response from miscalculations is very effective for the side. I would say so myself. This is very terrifying for me because this is the first time, and wow, they really took my breath away.
Yeah, and just goes to show they are very much justified in being on the top of the ladder boards right now. MVP. And Seiya's very happy about this Liliana on that star on that Liliana.
Well, you know what they say. The
Yeah.
foxes are very adorable right there.
That's right.
Anyway.
Of course, the split push by the Lubu on that Neil on that Lubu. Of course, Uzon as well shows up to be very strong and very effective in dissuading any advances that the Philippine team was trying to make. Again, the MSP reps did quite well. I mean, those 2 kills, 100% kill participation for Ben and LYL. Good job, guys. Taipei definitely showing up to be a strong representative for the Arena Valor World Cup 2018.
That's right. And you mentioned a while ago that there is a reason why Omen is high priority ban, and we just witnessed it just right now.
Yeah, I mean, once you get Omen rolling, it can make so many things happen around the map. First of all, it will get attention on the lane, on the Darkslayer lane, which is usually you don't have to pay too much attention on it right off the bat. Right now, let's look at the standings as we end the day. Thailand do end up quite high on the ladder board with 6 wins, followed of course by TPE. Thailand finished off strong earlier. They will result to a clean 6 points, followed closely by Chinese Taipei and China, both even to 5.
That's right. And followed by Europe, Korea, and I did not see the other one, but we can see here that Chinese Taipei wild card on the 7th place by 4 points right here. And we can see that South America and Vietnam on a tie with 2 points, and North America, Indonesia, and Philippines with 1 point on their hands.
That's right. Again, this is just the very start of this boot camp. You cannot really you can't really blame it on too much on these teams. You can see even in that defeat, you saw the faces of MSP reps. They were really they were all smiling. Everyone was smiling. I mean, they all recognized that it's not really the end. This is basically the beginning, and from here you can only do so much, right? I mean, there's so much that is about to unravel in this boot camp, and it's just gonna make it so much more exciting in the following days.
That's right. And the mere fact this loss right here that we just witnessed isn't kind of a thing, but more of a motivation to actually go and strategize on the following days that we're going to witness right now. And I'm really looking forward for those following days because these few games that I've just witnessed, it was very intense.
It was. I mean, especially earlier with the Korean representatives, they were super strong in the game too, and then they were pushed back right off by Thailand. You know, slowly but surely, the representatives are starting to show themselves. The ones that are the dark horses, the underdogs, the titans, the gods on the heavens, they're starting to show up right off the bat in the starting phases of this tournament, of this boot camp. It makes me just so excited for the wild card, for the World Cup itself, for the coming days. But again, there's still a lot for speculation. we will have to see what happens as this game progresses.
That's right, and the mere fact that they're already showing the reason why they are here on the boot camp in the first place. I mean, I've been already scared on Team Chinese Taipei, and what more on the other teams that we will be able to witness on the following days. I mean, these new champs, new pools, very intense, and really, I am really looking forward.
That's right. It's me as well. So again, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in to the MSP broadcast of this Arena Valor World Cup Boot Camp 2018. We have been your casters. I am Rockhart.
And I am Saya.
Again, good evening to everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to us. We will see you again tomorrow for more Arena Valor action coming your way.
A blue team tower has been destroyed!